What's going on, everybody? Checking in with a request review today, or request comparison rather. We actually have a battle of two of the older kind of style boots, very similar kind of boot, very classic boots from Senejavar Zero, one of our YouTube subscribers. So this is his request, or her request. So they wanted to see the Copa Mundials from Adidas go up against the Stadio Primatos from Lotto. So today we have just that. We have the Copa Mundials in a 9. And we have the Stadio Primatos in a 9, both in the all-black colorway. Obviously the Copas are classics, so they're always all black, but the Stadio Primatos have a few different colors that we actually have in stock as well, but we're showing the black ones today. So, first, as you can see, this Copa isn't laced up. You got that one, and you got the Primatos. So, right off the bat, both kangaroo leather, fully, so you're going to get a really nice soft leather. Honestly, in the hand, the Copas feel a little softer, but they both are kangaroo leather, so they're not really a huge difference in the boots there. The kangaroo leather is actually goes throughout, fully lined throughout the tongue for the Copas, whereas for the Primatos, it's still soft, but it's much more thin layer of leather. This is a little bit thicker and a little bit softer on the tongue. Not that that's a huge difference, but Primatos got the flip tongue. You can obviously flip the tongue on the Copas. A lot of people will flip it, tie them over, but the Lottos do have the kind of automatic tongue that comes down. As far as similarities, obviously they're both kangaroo leather. They both pretty much have very similar, if not identical, bottoms, as you can see. They have the conical studs throughout, the flat sole plate. What they call for the Copas at least, what they call the dual density directly injected polyurethane studs, which basically is just a conical stud going throughout the sole plate. Very kind of basic, simple 12 stud pattern, as you can see with this one, the 4 in the back, the 4 in the back, and up there. So very similar. As far as length on the actual stud, these actually are almost identical. The Copas are a little bit longer. It's really hard to see in the camera, but the Copas are a little longer with the studs, but almost identical sole plates. They're going to be very similar as far as feel. When I get to try them on, they are both very kind of flat base shoes. I actually preferred the Lottos as far as support, but as far as just fit, the Copas are still the number one, I think, if you're comparing these two boots. A little bit of differences. There's a pretty significant difference in weight. The Lottos are a lot lighter than the Copas, just in the hand and on paper. The Lottos are going to come in at 9.6 ounces, whereas the Copa Mundials are 11.7. So you get a few ounces lighter with the Lottos. But again, the Copas are a very classic boot, and they haven't really switched up much, if anything, throughout the year. So they're going to be a little heavier just by kind of the design and how long they've been around and stuff like that. So very obviously different weights, but very similar shoes. As far as the Lotto, they have on the bottom, as we compared before. As far as the actual technical terminology, you have the PU outsole, 12 fixed studs. And you got the 12 fixed studs on these guys, the dual density, as I said before, polyurethane injected mumbo jumbo that Adidas kind of tells you. Basically just conical studs, flat sole plate, exact same almost on the bottom, so there's not a huge difference there. And other than that, there really isn't a huge difference in these shoes, really. I mean, the Lottos have what they call the Punta Flex technology, which actually like a break in this part of the boot. So when you step down, put pressure where the ball of the foot is, it actually breaks a little nicer for you. The Copas being a classic shoe, they'll break a little bit for you, but they're very stiff. They're going to be stiff until you really break them in a little bit. Obviously, the Copas are still one of the probably most beloved soccer shoes still to this day, and one of our best sellers year in and year out with all the new boots that are coming in. They're still one of the best sellers that we have. So if I was to stack up against each other and I was to kind of grade which ones I would go with, honestly, I would go with the Copas personally, just because I'm more of a classic player, a classic cleat wearer, if you will. The Copas just have that kind of mystique to them. They're just a little more. They fit a little bit nicer for me, and they just feel a little bit better. Obviously, I said the Lottos have a little bit better support, which they do. So if you have really flat feet and you're looking for a little bit better support. The Lottos wouldn't be a bad option. Neither of them are going to give you a ton of support, but I'd say the Lottos win in that category. The Lottos will also win in the weight category, so if you're looking for a little more lightweight shoe, the Primatos would definitely be a good option for you. Other than that, I'd have to go with the Copas. It feels like a little bit softer leather, even though they both are kangaroo leather, and just a more classic shoe and just a more proven shoe, if you will. So, not saying the Lotto Stadio Primato, are a bad option. I just would personally go with the Copas, but that's really for you to decide. So, kind of just showing you the differences as far as inside the shoe too. Just really quick, a little bit different. They give you this reinforced foam pad, which kind of gives you that extra support, which was what I was talking about. And you can actually remove the inserts in these. So a little bit reinforced support in the Lottos, as I was saying earlier. As far as the Copas go, you get the standard, classic, flat, nothing extra. Obviously the same way they were made before, back when they were very popular in the 70s, 80s. Same way they were made. So they're pretty much going to be the same shoe. But for my taste, I go Copas. I hope for our YouTube subscriber, Senejavar Zero, that you enjoyed the review, and I hope the rest of you guys enjoyed the review as well. So keep sending in your feedback. Like I said, we're taking requests, so any comparison you want to see doesn't have to be a new shoe. We'll try to do it for you. So definitely send in your comments, questions, feedback. Keep telling us what you like, what you don't like, and keep watching the videos, and we'll talk to you soon. So hope you guys are well, and we will see you later. Take care.